Donna Gray here, your Stamping Up demonstrator from the scenic rim in Queensland, coming to you live on Monday, the 4th of November. Where has this year gone? I cannot believe we are in November already. So I've been super busy. I've had a massive couple of months with craft shows, and I finished off my 2-month really busy time with my 2-day craft retreat on the weekend. So I'm feeling a little bit tired and weary this morning, I can tell you. It was a massive weekend. We had 36 ladies crafting with us on the weekend. It is the biggest retreat I think I've held ever. And I still have people with their retreat in a box, which I will be trying to get to early this week and get those posted out for you as well. I do have to do a few little minor tweaks to the PDF and reprint those out for you. And I'm waiting on ink to arrive because, of course, I ran out of ink trying to print out 45 18-page PDF tutorials for the retreat. So welcome, everybody. I wanted to give you a little bit of a glimpse of what we actually created in the retreat. Now, if you actually are getting a retreat in a box and you don't want to see what the projects look like, then please just turn this video off for the first 10 minutes or so. And then come back if that's what you want to do, if you don't care about being surprised or ruining the surprise, because I'm going to show you the actual gorgeous products the creations that we created on the weekend, which was superb. Everyone had such a good time. There was so many new faces, so many regular faces, and it was so nice to see a whole entire room of crafty people get along, famously make new friends, and just generally have an awesome time. There was lots of laughter, lots of shenanigans, and so much fun. If you are thinking that you would like to attend one of my retreats, the good news is I have opened up the retreat dates for all of the year next year for 2025. So I have released all of those dates, but I will actually show you the registration is open for my February retreat now, and of course the cutoff time for the February one is January the 10th, and that will be here before we know it. So if you seen some of the fun that we were having on the weekend and you think I would love to be there, then maybe think about coming for a holiday to the scenic rim area. I can tell you it's beautiful. I know that there was some husbands here and they went looking at waterfalls and dams and things. So there's lots and lots of things that you can do while you're here in this area. So if your husband comes along, I'm telling you, he will find some beautiful places. They don't call it the scenic rim for no reason, I can tell you. So we had a wonderful time. Lots of prizes were won. Every single person at my retreat walks away with a prize. So I don't like to see anyone go home empty-handed. So I always make sure that every single person at retreat wins a prize, and everyone is very thoughtful of others. If they've already won a prize, they can then re-gift it to one of their friends, and so that way everybody gets in on the fun and everybody has a great time. So I'm going to show you the projects that we did, and I'm actually going to do a scrapbook layout today, which is inspired by one of the projects that we did, and I had so much fun doing it. I wanted to make it into a double page layout. So I am so excited to show you what we have done. So just a few things before we go. I've opened up a lot of registrations for things that are happening coming up. So one of the things is, as I said, the February date for my next, and I don't know, say and it says February 2-day retreat 22nd. That number 7 should be and. Me and my typing skills, obviously the shift key wasn't down to do the and symbol. So it's February this 22nd and 23rd. You can scan that QR code there on the screen, or you can actually click on the link that is in the show more box down below on YouTube, or it's even in the description of the video over on Facebook. So so if you're interested, it costs $220. You get $200 worth of product given back to you. So I'm not really about making money on these retreats. I'm really about the getting together. It is the definite why I do my job. Like it's what fills my cup. I'm so blessed to have so many people want to come and share in the fun, crafty creativity that we have in our 2-day retreats, and it truly fills my cup. I was overflowing with pride that I can get such a huge group together and that we can all have so much fun and we all have so much in common when it comes to our crafting. So it was a fantastic weekend, and I'm on a bit of a high. When I have these weekends, I'm on a bit of a high because there's so many people. And I actually said to my friend Lucy when I come home, the worst part is I spend all weekend with all of these people and then I come home to my house, to Theo. And it's sort of like oh, I'm all by myself again because I'm surrounded with so many people for the whole weekend, which is fun, fantastic. We always go and have a meal together. It's just a really great, fun, friendly weekend. So if you're interested in my February retreat, costs $220. We will be using brand new products out of the Celebration catalog. And it'll be a fun getaway. So it could be a belated Christmas holiday in February. So 22nd and 23rd of February 2025 is my next retreat. So registration is open now, and payment is due by the 10th of January. The other thing that I have is a card buffet. If you're looking for a fun, crafty experience and you live in the Scenic Rim area, you live Brisbane, you live Ipswich, I can tell you these days are absolutely fun. I was going to finish in October with my last buffet, and then everyone had such a great time that they wanted another one in December. So I'm doing one on the Sunday, the 1st of December. It costs $50. You come, you make 8 cards. We feed you. It's starting to get a lot about the food, I can tell you. We have slices and cakes and things, and little nibblies and sandwiches and things for lunch. So it's a super, super fun, easy crafting experience. I do a lot of the work for you. So I cut the card bases and layers and do all the die cutting and everything for you. You will create 8 beautiful designs using 8 different bundles. And it is a fantastic, fun way of hanging out with some crafty people. So if you're interested in that, spots are filling up fast and I will have to cap this one. 24 is the amount that I can actually register for this event. So once we hit that 24 number, registration will close. So if you're interested in coming and creating some Christmas cards for $50 and you walk away with 8 gorgeous cards, then please make sure you register. You can scan that QR code there on the screen, or there is actually a link in the description of the video as well. On YouTube, it's down in the show more box down below, and on Facebook, it's in the description of the video. The other exciting thing is I've actually turned my Scrap It workshops into a monthly subscription club. Now, for the monthly subscription club, you can come in person. I hold the class every the first Thursday of every month, and with the class, with the workshop, you get enough supplies to make 3 double-page layouts. So that's huge. 3 double-page layouts. You get all the templates, all the instructions to do those 3 double-page layouts, and you will also have loads of product left over to go home and recreate even more. I would say that you could easily get 6 double-page layouts with the supplies that you get. Now, in person, it costs $80, and if you want a kit by mail, it costs $95. And normally, Christine is saying, is it only in person? If you're talking about the card buffet, yes, the card buffet is only in person. If you're talking about my retreats, no, you can get a retreat in a box. So I can send a retreat out anywhere in Australia, and I'm actually sending out 8 retreats in a box this week. But you do have to live in Australia to participate in any of my retreats. And I can sell the PDF to people if they are wishing to purchase the PDF online if you are international. But my card buffet is definitely just in person. Scrap It With Me workshops are a kit by mail or in person. And I also have a monthly creative card club as well, which is a subscription as well. So these will be rolling subscriptions. So when it comes to the Scrap It With Me workshops, if you want to come in person, you need to subscribe before the end of the month, which was at the end of October. We're obviously in November. I will make an exception for this one. If you wanted to come on Thursday to the class, I've already ordered some supplies. So if you want to come on Thursday, you can actually just do a deposit into my account for Thursday and then set up your subscription to start after the 10th so that you will then get the December kit. Now, the Scrap It With Me workshop kits and also my creative card clubs, the cutoff date is the 10th of the month to receive that month's kit. If you pay after, okay, you're in Melbourne, yes. So you can get a retreat in a box and you can get my Scrap It With Me workshops by mail. You can also get my creative card club by mail. So it's a great way of having some creativity sent to you by mail and being able to do things in the comfort of your own home. So the Scrap It With Me workshops, I always do them around a suite of products, and the suite of products is going to be the Season of Elegance for this month, but I'm going to use the decorative trees. And you'll see from this layout that I'm going to show you today how stunning this paper is and how beautiful this bundle is, because I can tell you each and every person that was at retreat on the weekend, because they got the bundle, the decorative trees bundle in their goodie bag at retreat, they all said how much they loved this bundle. And I don't think I've ever picked a bundle as perfect as what I did for this Christmas retreat. I can tell you it was a superb bundle, and there is so many things that you can do with this bundle. It's amazing. So so I will be doing my Scrap It With Me workshop with the Season of Elegance paper, but we're going to be using the decorative trees as the stamping and embellishing in the backgrounds. So it's a great way to help you with your creativity. If you're feeling like you haven't got that situation where you can craft with people, then definitely my kits by mail are definitely well worth their money and will help you with your creativity for sure. All right, so that's about enough of, I'm trying to find that to remove that. Where is it? There it is. I was trying to find it to get it to move away. All right, so let's pop the camera down. So if you don't want to see, if you're getting a retreat in a box and you don't want to see the finished projects, please close your eyes or go and make a cup of coffee and come back in a little while, because I'm actually going to show what we created this weekend. So these are all of my samples that I had. Oh no. My camera, my webcam is not in, and I know what's going to happen. The webcam is going to go blurry. I don't know what is going on with this webcam. It is not showing up. Let me pop it into a different one. Okay. I'm hoping that will... No, it's not registering. We are going to be in a spot of bother if my webcam won't work. That's a worry. I may have to go out of... Oh, no, that's the webcam there. I may have to go out of... Oh, there it is there. Now, oops. And now my chair just... just popped down. All things... Oops, daisy. Okay, my chair's decided to have a little bit of a little coronary. Now I have to sit carefully on my chair so it doesn't go back down. There we go. All right, let's see if this is okay. Tell me if you can see. It's clear. It looks clear for me. Okay. Looks clear for me. Is it clear, people? Please tell me. Please tell me it's clear, because I may have to go out and come back in. And I don't really want to do that. All right. So these are the projects that we created this weekend. Sorry, I'm just going to get that a little bit. Oops. Nothing wants to work. It's clear. Okay, that's good. I don't know why that's where it is. But anyway, sorry. Webcam issues. It's not doing what it's supposed to do. Okay. All right. Well, we're going to have the stand in there. Actually, is it the stand? Yeah, anyway, we're going to have to see the stand. I don't know why we're seeing the stand at the moment, but we're going to have to see the stand. All right. So we created some gorgeous projects. So this was one of the gorgeous cards. Okay. These ornaments are just superb, and with the glimmer paper are even more gorgeous. Okay. So that was one of the cards. Now I share the I know. And I actually wanted to tell you too, I'm having a little bit of a break this at the beginning of this week because there's so many things on with Stampin' Up that I need to have a bit of a break because there's a lot of official things that are on with Stamping Up the beginning of this week. So, and of course we have this gorgeous one here. Okay. So you can see these are so pretty. This bundle and this paper is just stunning. So that was another card that we did. This one here, isn't it just gorgeous with the bling? I mean, like the glimmer paper. I think this is the festive glimmer paper. It is stunning. Oh, we have some sirens happening outside. Then we did a cute little tree ornament. So we have the cute little tree ornament there, which is really, really cute. And you can see it's a 3D tree ornament. Okay, then we did a pack of gift cards in a little box. So we used one of the book treat box holders and we made 4 gorgeous gift cards and they have for you on the back. So some beautiful, cute little gift cards. So we did those. This card here was a trial and error for all of us. It was, I had many issues with this card. Anyway, it ended up working in the end. So it folds out like that. And of course, I put my tree a little bit too close, but it folds out like that. It's a spectacular card, but we just had a problem with the measurements and things. And it was a little bit, yeah, trying for people, but we got there in the end. So a gorgeous, gorgeous card, beautiful fun fold, but we got there in the end. And then we did this gorgeous layout. So can you see how stunning is this gorgeous layout? Now, I decided because I wanted to do some gorgeous Christmas layouts with my beautiful children. And look at this. Look how cute these kids are. Can you see once I pop that photo on there, how stunning is that layout? And look how cute those girls of mine were. So in this picture, Jade is 9 years old and Denny is 7 years old. Every year they used to get their picture taken with Santa Claus every year until they went to high school, I think it was. They used to go and get their picture taken with Santa Claus. So yeah, so Jade was 9 and Denny was 7. And I can always remember that because Jade was a 2000 baby. So I always can remember how old Jade is because of what the year is. So I think once I pop that photo on there, it's going to be gorgeous. Then I found some more cute photos of these beautiful girls. And I have these photos here. So I decided that I would do another layout similar to what we've done as the second page layout. And I thought I would show you how we came about with this layout. Now, in this layout, in the one that we've done, I actually did, we've got the beige colored designer series paper here and then the green. I'm going to do the other page the opposite because I don't have enough of that beige to actually do it the same. So I'm actually going to do one out of the green. I'll put the green there and then I'll put the beige color down the sides as well. So we're going to do similar thing to what we did in that scrapbook layout. So let's pop this layout together. So one of the things that we did was with our crumb cake ink. Now I found my crumb cake ink this morning. There it is. So with the crumb cake ink, and this was a great technique. And I mean, for some people, they're probably thinking, oh, do I want to do that technique? That's a little bit scary, you know, like, but it's such a great technique to get the color in the background. And all you actually do is you take your ink pad, you open it up and push it and slide your ink pad in there so that you can grab the ink pad in one hand. And you physically just drag your ink pad over the background like that to get those looks. And it doesn't matter how you actually come about doing it and how rough it looks, it's to do with the background. So so you more or less just do that in the background. Then you grab your ink pad and you drag it across your corners and anywhere on the edges, just to rough up those edges and get a little bit of ink all on those edges. Now, the beauty of crumb cake ink pads, crumb cake can really look very much like gold. I always find that it's my cheating way of having something looking a little bit gold. And all we're doing is just dragging it roughly over the edges there to create that look. And I think I'm going to go that way with it. Okay, so all we've done is created a bit of a texture background there. Now, in the stamp set, there's some gorgeous little stars, and there's also the Oh Christmas Tree. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our stamp and we're going to do the Oh Christmas Tree and our little stars in a little bit of crumb cake, just to create a little bit more texture in the background. So let's grab some blocks. That one. And I think that one will fit on there. Yes, it will. All right. So let's grab that crumb cake ink again. So we're now just going to randomly stamp this around in the background. So, and it doesn't really, like, honestly, it's just to create a little bit of interest in the background. It doesn't matter if we cover it up and we can't see it, totally okay. But it's just to create a little bit of texture and fun in the background. And I mean, you could possibly do some of this stamping again later after you've actually decorated, or you can do it right now. It's totally up to you, but just to create a little bit of texture in the background. Okay, there we have it. So now we are ready to do the designer series paper. All right. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a strip of this designer series paper. I'm going to cut probably about a, oops, now I've just bashed the camera around. I'm probably going to cut about a 3-inch strip of paper. My camera, I don't know what's happening. The mount just keeps, it's like I need to tighten it up. The mount keeps moving. I'm not quite sure why, but anyway, sorry, I'm probably making you all seasick, but it's just at the wrong angle, totally at the wrong angle. There we go. All right, so I'm going to cut a 3-inch strip of this designer series paper. Actually, no, I'm going to cut a 3.5-inch strip, a little bit wider than 3-inch. All right. Now, I'm going to tear that paper. This one here, I'm just going to cut what I've got left there to be able to do the 2 pieces. So I'm just going to cut it there, and it's going to be at, oh, actually, I could do that because I'm going to tear the edge. So probably about 2.5 inches. Yep, 2.5 inches is going to be that one. And I'm going to tear that because it's going to go down the sides, and I'm also going to tear this piece here. Now, for the people that like straight edges and don't like the torn look, you're not going to like how this tearing effect, but I feel like tearing on scrapbook layouts looks fantastic. So I'm just going to tear just down the sides of this to try and get it to look a little bit rustic looking, and just go with the flow. Just tear and go with the flow. And of course, my tearing is not going as well as it should this morning. Here we go. Now I'm right. I like it when I can get just like one bit and I just can keep tearing. Okay. So we have one torn edge bit there. And then down this side, we're going to do the same thing. And the beauty of this designer series paper is when you tear it, you get that white look when you are tearing it. So you're getting that white edging, which is really, it's great. It's quite effective on your layout. Let me see if I can get this one started that I can get it to keep, oh, doesn't want to do it. Can you tell I'm a little bit tired this morning? Things aren't working the way they should. All right, now I think I've got it going. Oh, no, I had it going, but now it's not. All right. The next one's going to be all right because I've just got to tear it once. I'll keep going. I have actually seen that some people actually dribble some water on their designer series paper to get it to tear where they want it to tear. Okay, this is going all right. There we go. Okay, so we've got our torn piece for that middle. Now with this one, I'm just going to tear it straight down the middle. I'm going to tear it. And these pieces are going to sit in underneath that green. Tearing, Jeanette, looks awesome. I think it does too. I love it. I absolutely love when you do that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to place them in underneath here. And we're going to have a little bit of that cream coming out from underneath. And same thing over here. Okay. All right. And I've sort of been missing in action with my scrapbooking lately. So I wanted to show you this page because I absolutely fell in love with this page. I thought it was so, so pretty. All right. So we've done that. The other thing is these ornaments are so stinking cute. Like I'm telling you, the ornaments in this set with the glimmer paper are just so gorgeous. So let's stamp some ornaments that are going to come down on here. Now, I'm sort of quite happy with where I'm going to put that paper. I like where it is. I'm then going to take my photos because I want to show you where I'm going to put my photos. For this one, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to do my photos like this, okay? So I'm going to have to decorate a little bit differently when it comes to how I'm going to decorate. But I think what I might do is actually stagger my photos like that. And I could possibly put the Christmas trees down in through here in a cluster down there rather than over on the side where that one is. And because this is the opposite page, I mean, depending on how actually this could go this way and this could go that way, you know, like it just depends how it's going to sit. But I probably could go with my pages looking like that. It's a bit hard. I haven't got enough room to show you all in the screen. But you can see they're going to look gorgeous. And I've lost that. Oh, there's the photo that I had of them there. Okay. So you can see once that comes together, how gorgeous it looks. All right. So... Oh, Zana says she can't tear it. Yeah, you just got to go with the flow. Zana, you just got to go with the flow and go for it. All right, so I'm actually going to glue those paper bits on, ready to go. So let's do that one. Okay. Now that one is going to go this way here like that. Eyeball it top and bottom and get it nice and straight as much as you can. Needs to go over that way a bit more. There, like that. Okay. Now I'm going to do the other beige piece underneath there. So I'll make sure I get it the right distance for the old olive and mossy meadow piece to go over the top. You shudder at the thought. Zena, I've got to make sure I don't lose my stamp there. All right, so let's pop this one in underneath that piece there, which I think it will go about there. Let me see. Yep, that's good. All right, so we've got that one there. Then, of course, we're going to adhere this one over the top. for scrapbooking, I think it just adds some nice texture, that tearing effect. And for people that are card makers, don't think just because this is a scrapbooking layout that you can't put this on a card. You could physically do this down the side of a card on a card front and have a similar effect. So don't think that just because it's a scrapbooking layout that it's not for you. All right, so I'm now going to stamp some of my little ornament bows. Okay. So for this one, we're going to stamp them up here. So I'm just going to turn it sideways. It's just easier for me to get it in the camera and turn it a bit sideways. And that's crooked on there. So let's straighten that up a little bit. I'm now going to have crumb cake on my fingers, which is not going to be good. Make sure I clean them. All right. So we're going to do a couple of little ornaments here. So we're going to do a long one there. We're then going to do a shorter one and another longer one. And on the other side, we are just going to do a short one and a longer one. About there. Okay. So we have some ornaments there. Now, with our ornaments, this is the fun part. So we're going to grab our stamp set, and we have, and I've just lost all my dies over here on my desk. And of course, I lost the ornament die on my desk. There it is. Okay. So we have this little die here that is such a super, super cute die, and you can cut 3 ornaments out at one time. So I'm just going to grab some glimmer paper. I have some red glimmer here. What other glimmer paper do I have? There's some in the back here. Okay, we've got some green and green. That's all we need. All right, so let's bring in the die cutting machine, and we'll cut some of those cute little ornaments out to pop on there. So I'll do some green ones first. So now if you're new to die cutting, this is our cut and emboss machine. And I can tell you that I physically could not live without my cut and emboss machine. I use it on just about every card that I make. And for scrapbooking, it is fantastic for cutting out your elements and things. And you'll see that this will come together, this page. And the die cuts are the thing that make it elevates your crafting to a whole new level. So we've got that green one. We'll pop this green one in. So it's awesome that they cut out 3 ornaments at once. And my idea is, if you don't use them all on your projects, just pop them into your case. And then when you go to use your bundle again, you might have some ornaments already cut. So we've got that one, and then I'll do some red ones. Okay, I think the red ones can fit up there. Yes, they can. Okay, there. Okay, so some red ones and 2 lots of the green. There's a red. The page is looking good, Kayla. Thank you. All right, so we've got that. Get that out of the way again. All right. I'll pop my die back into my, oh, there I go, bumping it again. Why am I bumping everything today? I'm tired and I'm doing shortcuts, I think, going around the place instead of trying to go through the camera instead of around it. All right. So now what I'm going to do to add those ornaments, I'm just going to add a little tiny bit of glue, just a dab of glue on each, at the end of each bow. Okay. And then with my handy dandy take your pick tool, if you don't have a take your pick tool, I'm telling you, it is something that I absolutely love in my craft room. I use it all the time. It is honestly, I call it the Swiss Army knife of crafting. Okay, let's pop a red one in the middle there. And we'll do one of these green ones on this side. So I can just pick it up with the putty end. Now, is that the right green? No, this is the right green. So I can just pick it up with my putty end and then just place it where I need to put it. And I can place it straight into that dab of glue, ready to go. All right, we might do a red one here. And we'll do a green one on the other side. So you can see there now, I've got a few more baubles there. So I can just pop them into a little bag and put them into my case, my stamp case. And then the next time I go to do something, I'll have some baubles there ready to go. God, my camera keeps going out of whack. I'm so sorry, people. I've never had this much trouble with my camera in my life, but there we go. All right, so we've got that happening there. Now, of course, I'm just looking at where I'm going to put these. I don't mind it like that. And then I could possibly pop some trees in down here. So on our layout that we did some, what have we got? We've got a red tree, we've got a green tree, and we've got a gold tree. So let's see what I can cut out here. I had some bits and pieces here ready to go. Okay, so I've got this here. So we've got some red, we've got some gold. I need some mossy meadow. And it will be in my drawer. Yes. Okay, so we've got some mossy meadow. All right, so let's cut out some Christmas trees now with our dies. So I'm going to cut out one of the solid trees out of my, oh, I'll use that one. No, I'll use that one there. Okay, one of my solid trees. I want a solid tree out of this, and I think I also want a solid tree out of mossy meadow. I do. So let's do, with these open dies, you can actually do 2 at a time. So I'm going to cut out the 2 solid trees at once. The stamp set is called Decorative Trees, Christine. Decorative Trees, that's it there. So comes in a bundle. You save 10% when you purchase it in a bundle. You have 3 take your pick tools. I'm the same, Christine. I have more than one. Margie, you love tearing, but you cringe at sandpapering the edges? Yeah. Okay. All right, so we've got our 2 solid trees there. There. I'm going to do a gold tree, this one here. And I'm also going to do that little swirly one. Okay, so we're going to do a gold tree. Gold tree. We might do that one that way. Oops. Let me see if that will fit there. Yeah. There and there. And I also need a star, so we might grab the star while we're going. There's the star. There I go, hitting the camera again. Someone's moved my desk, I'm sure of it. Something's happened. Things aren't in the right spot on my desk. The gremlins have been in here while I've been at my retreat. I hope my day gets better. Oh, no, Carla. I was just reading that comment. Carla just said she fell headfirst down the steps. Oh, that's not good. Well, you can hope your day gets better, that's for sure. All right, so I think we've got that. Oh, and I've got to do the other gold tree, which is the spotty one. That one. Okay, let's run that through. Let's put that one back over there so we don't lose it. I thought you were saying that, I mean, put it this way, me hitting things is not too bad. I would rather do that than fall down the stairs head first. I hope you're okay. Your cat just looked at you, probably thinking, what in the world are you doing? Why are you going down the stairs that way? All right, let's see what we have here now. Okay, so we have a solid red tree. We have a solid green tree. We have, I'm just going to grab my take your pick with the brush tip end. So talking about several take your pick tools. It's really, really nice to have a brush tip end on your take your pick tool. And so I actually have more than one take your pick tool. So I can leave my brush tip end on my take your pick, but it just makes it so much easier when you're doing these intricate die cuts to be able to pull your pieces out. It just helps you with your removing those bits and pieces. Okay, a few little dots there. And the exciting news is I'm going to do scrapbooking retreats, people. So I'm now going to be doing 5 retreats a year. So I'm going to be doing 3 card making retreats and 2 scrapbooking retreats each year. I am actually thinking about holding a scrapbooking retreat on the 8th of December. If anyone is interested in doing a Christmas scrapbooking retreat, I am actually going to hold a 2-day Christmas scrapbooking retreat as well. All right, let's just move that aside. Get rid of all of those things. And my chair's getting lower and lower. When you see me get back on screen, you'll see I'm going to be like a 2-foot dwarf. My chair's getting lower and lower. The more I sit here, the lower it's getting. Okay, so sometimes you can even run that brush across your die cut when you get it out, and it will get those little bits and pieces out easier. Okay, there we go. So we've got that. And I think the only other thing I really need to do, I'm probably not going to put it on this page. I was going to say there was a red glimmer one that we had, but I think I'm just going to use these ones that we've got. I think that's enough. Just some bruises. Well, that's okay. I know. Perhaps Theo has been in my craft room while I've been at retreat. I don't know. Something's happening because I keep hitting my hands on everything, which I don't normally do that. And my camera was all out of whack, and it still is because it's like showing my stand, and it never does that. So I don't know what's going on. Yes, Leslie had a big fall. Yes. So Leslie can commiserate with you, Carla, I can tell you. And Leslie was black and blue too. She had a big blown up knee where she fell on her knee. So we need to be careful. All right, so let's add some of these. I'm going to add a little bit of stamping on this real red tree and the mossy meadow. So we've got a stamp in here. And I love this stamp just for adding a little bit of texture to your trees. I'm just going to grab that one out. Okay. All right, so let's do that. and we will grab, I'm going to grab Real Red, and I'll stamp the tree in Real Red. Then hopefully I've got my, yes, I have got my cleaner here. So I'm going to stamp this tree in Real Red on Real Red. So it's going to give us some texture to the tree. And then we're going to clean our stamp, and then I'm going to grab out my Mossy Meadow, and we will add a bit of Mossy Meadow onto that tree. Here's my Mossy Meadow. Okay. Bit of Mossy Meadow on that tree. All right. Now it's time to assemble. We'll pop these on a mat. I'm just wondering, I'm going to probably, don't know whether I want to cut that down. That one's got the date on it. I think I'm going to cut this one down and just cut that chair out of it because it's really not needed. So we might cut that one down so that I've got a mat for that. And then do I have a mat for this one? Probably not. We might have to grab some more. I could cut that one down a little bit too. All right, so let's cut these down a little bit so that they will fit better. So I'm going to cut this one. I'm going to just cut that date off. It'll just snip a little bit of her knee off. No, I've kept the knee in there, so that's all right. All right, so let's do that. Okay, that is working out really well. So what's that? That is, I might do this at 4.5. Will that work? Let me see. 4.5. No, we might do it just 1 more 16th of an inch more. Okay, so let's do that. And we've got a nice mat for that one with the red. Looks cute. The red will really bring it out too. Okay, now this one here, what have I got the mat size at? The mat size is 4.25 by 5.75. So let's do this 4.25 by 5.75. Let's do it 5.5. Let's try that. 5.5, 4.25. So let's cut it off this side. We'll do it at 4. Oh, am I not right? Let me see here. Oh, that looks perfect. Look at that. All right. There we are. Now, I'm actually going to just tack these down because I've used these out of the kids' albums, and I wanted to show you what it looked like, but I don't actually want to, I might just lay them on there. I don't actually want to pop them on there because I want to put them back in their albums. So I will just lay them on there when we're finished. You find a large darning needle handy for poking out little bits. Yep. You've destroyed a few brush tips. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to grab out, I need to find my silicone mat somewhere here on my desk. There it is. Okay. Going to do my silicone mat so I can adhere these pieces on. Now, this is one thing that at retreat everyone sort of struggled with a little bit, was this fine bit here. And yes, you could use possibly some adhesive sheets, but I like to just do this and then you can pop it on. So when you use that silicone mat, it just adds enough glue on behind that it's not going to squeeze out, and you can get it on there. Because we were actually putting it onto a gold one, and it was putting a lot of the glue over the foil, and people were struggling with it looking messy because it was on the foil. This trick, I can tell you, will save your life with the glue and foil. Okay, so now I can place that over the top, place it down, and I'm not getting glue that's oozing out because it's just putting a fine bit of glue on there so you don't get glue that oozes out. All right. You're going to love this set, Lisa, I'm telling you. All right, so we've got that, we've got that. Okay, so now I'm just going to place these how I think I want them. So we're going to do that one up there and this one just sitting here. And then I'm going to, this one just here. Okay, and then I'm going to place my trees around here. That one's getting a little bit lost. So let's do maybe, it's getting a little bit lost in there. So let's do a red one here. Let's do a gold one here. And let's do the green one over the top here. There, like that. Look at that. How cute is that? All right. I might even pop that one out over the top like that. All right, so let's add a little bit of glue on behind these. And I'm actually probably going to use my Seal Plus for this. I'm just going to add a bit of Seal Plus on the back there. And I could possibly bring them over here a little bit so that they overlap these a little bit. So let's pop that one there. And this one's going to go here. So we will add a little bit there. Now, I'm not going to glue these photos down, as I said, because I will do that at a later stage. And then that one. Okay, so let's go like that. And we'll go there. Okay, so we could possibly put a little bit of journaling up here and maybe a heading, a title down here, which I think would look really awesome. But there you go. There is the second page to add to that first page that I've already done from Retreat. But you can see there a gorgeous double page layout. Let me see if I can fit it all in there enough. There we go. What are your thoughts? How gorgeous is this paper and how stunning is this layout? It is, whoops, and I forgot to put my star on my tree. I'll have to put my star on my tree. I might put my star on this one or maybe that one. But there you go. A beautiful, easy scrapbook layout. I've done that in, I don't know, maybe 45 minutes. So this is actually for my November class. This will actually be for the beginner class. This is actually the layout that you would do in the beginner class. And the beginner class is $60. In person, the big class, which would be the mega kit, you will get white designer series, white 12 by 12 cardstock. You will get a full pack of the Season of Elegance designer series paper. And I am adding some beautiful real red two-toned cardstock as well as part of the kit as well. And you'll have some nice gold foil sheets and yeah, so a really, really great, fun, easy layout. So hopefully you've enjoyed that. Now, I just want to tell you that I will not be doing any videos for the next 2 days. And the reason that I'm not doing any videos for the next 2 days is we have our awesome recognition happening for the next 2 days with Stampin' Up. So that is where Stampin' Up actually recognizes us for all of our achievements that we've achieved in the last Stampin' Up year. So those things are happening both mornings for the next 2 mornings. So I won't be going live because I want to celebrate with my friends and see where all of my friends have ranked in the company and celebrate everyone's achievements. So I won't be live tomorrow. I won't be live on Wednesday. I will be back on Thursday to let you know how it all went. So I'm just taking a little bit of time out, a little bit of time to have a bit of a rest. I've had a huge couple of months, and of course, I'm feeling a little bit weary. And it doesn't happen often, but I think it's Christmas time. I think it's what happens. But I've got lots and lots of things, jobs that I need to do behind the scenes. So I'm just going to take a little bit of time out to enjoy the Stampin' Up festivities that we have in the next couple of days. And I will be back with you on Thursday morning at 9 a.m. for a fun crafty session. I'm not going to Melbourne Cup lunch. No, I'm not. And actually, believe it or not, Melbourne Cup, I have to laugh. Melbourne Cup every year is Hairdressers Picnic Day. And so, me being a hairdresser for many, many years, we always had Melbourne Cup Day off. So, but for anyone that ends up placing a little bet or two on the Melbourne Cup, I wish you all the best. Anyone that's attending Melbourne Cup, have a great time. And I will, Siobhan, celebrate the wins. Fingers crossed for that number one spot. We can hope, but we will see what happens. We will see what pans out. Thanks, everyone. I will see you all again on Thursday morning at 9 a.m. for another live crafty session.